Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Capria, a stay-at-home reselling mommy of 4. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a few tips to help you meal plan for the week. I'm about to head out to the grocery store, but before I do, I wanted to show you guys how I meal plan for the week to save both time and money. So let's jump right into the tips that I have to share. So you guys will see me looking down. I have written out a few notes right here so I don't forget anything. But tip number 1 is to inventory the food that you already have on hand. Now, typically, I like to start with the food that's going to go bad first. So for me, that'll be items that I have as far as produce goes, you know, your fruits, your veggies, and then I'll move on to items inside the refrigerator that will go bad next. So that'll be items that aren't your staple items. Like for us this week, we had some feta cheese we didn't get around to using, some Parmesan cheese inside our fridge, green peppers, items like that that you don't typically use every day. Next would be to inventory your freezer. Now you won't see a clip of this because as you will see later in the video, my food this week is scarce. But after your freezer, going into your pantry, because those items typically do last the longest, that is the best way to inventory what you have on hand. So this is necessary to do before each and every shopping trip. It doesn't take as long as it may look, trust me. So after your food inventory is done and you've written everything down that you have on hand, the next thing to do would be to combine items to make meals out of. For instance, looking at what we had this week, we had tortillas, as well as enchilada sauce, a quesadilla cheese, sour cream, all things to make chicken enchiladas. So that is one dinner idea that we've written down on the side. We also have pizza crust, tomato paste, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, more things to make, as you can guess, pizza. So creating meals using things that you have on hand does save both time and money when grocery shopping. But sometimes you'll have things that are not so obvious. In this instance, we had a lot of Italian sausage. We always have rice on hand. Our family's a mixed family. Looking at some of the ingredients, my daughter thought jambalaya would be a good recipe. Sometimes it helps to think back into your memory bank to foods that you've had previously that will help you come up with more dinner ideas when things become a little bit rocky. But you can also use resources like Pinterest, which I use all the time for dinner recipes. You can even use YouTube and search, put in a couple of the ingredients that you have, both on YouTube and Google, and most likely you'll find tons of recipes and dinner ideas that you can create and put something together for your family. So once you do have all your food inventory, you've written down some dinner ideas, the next thing to do would be to finally sit out and create your grocery list. So for me, I typically start with the staple items that I know we do use every day, those things we run out of, like the milk, the cheese. Then I'll go back in and add in any other ingredients that will help complete those meals or those dinner ideas that we've written out earlier. I'll show you an example also of the dinner ideas that we came up with for this week, just to give you an idea of how we put things together. So once you do write out all the staple items that you need as far as your food, your snacks, your drinks, then add in those little bit of ingredients that you need to help complete those dinner ideas. You are basically good to go. But here are a few additional tips to help you save more time and money when grocery shopping, especially with kids. Okay, tip number 1 is to actually view weekly circulars to see what deals I'm about to get. It just helps me stay on track with my budget, which is actually tip number 2. Have a budget. For me and my family, I have a family of 6 now with babies. So my budget, I typically like to stay between 100 and 125 a week. And one way that you can stay within your means of a budget is to have someone help keep you accountable for that. A lot of times I like to play around with my children and have them help me stay on budget. So we'll write out a grocery list. I'll have the most important things first, and then those extra, like those chocolate bars, that ice cream, all those other snacks that are not necessary but nice treats to have occasionally, those will be toward the very bottom. So if there's room in our budget, then they become doable. The next tip I have is to use coupons. Nowadays, I know with COVID happening, it's not ideal to use paper in terms of cash, in terms of coupons as well, but a lot of coupons you can get digitally as well. At my local grocery store, which is Giant, because it's right around the corner from me, before I do go grocery shopping, I'll take just a moment to add those digital coupons to my card. They go directly on my card, so when I'm checking out in the grocery store, they come right off. All the deals and all the discounts. It's great seeing that minus come off at the end. That's extra savings. Last but not least, I'm gonna start doing this in all types of videos coming up. So this is gonna be my SST. But the sanity saving tip of the day is, when grocery shopping with kids, reward them and yourself with a small trinket. You set the budget or you pick the items and give them choices. But rewarding them for good behavior during your grocery shopping trip is a good way to remind them to stay well behaved, not ask for much, and to help you stay sane when shopping at the grocery store. So that's what I do, whether it be like something small like a chocolate bar or, you know, a donut, whatever they decide, but that little small trinket does work. So anyway, you guys, that wraps up this video on how I meal plan for my large family of now 6 for the week. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful in any way. If you've enjoyed this video, you can check out my playlist over here for more grocery related content. I do post new videos every single Friday related to home, mom life, and reseller life. So I'll see you next week for another video. Y'all want to see what's actually inside my fridge? The emptiest it has ever been. Live footage. Oops.
So right, it's done. We can't really make anything using it.
Channel. My name is Capria, a stay-at-home mom of 4, a reseller, and more. That's not what I wanted to say. The end. Love each other, but not this close. Bye-bye.
How long is this by?
It's still going.